Well, it's a real bad week for Marvel. In fact, it's been a real bad month or so. 2 months. 3 months for Marvel. This is their lead moving forwards in their Marvel Cinematic Universe in terms of the big bad, the big enemy. Plays multiple roles, Jonathan Majors. Now, must stress, this is all allegedly at this point in time. Okay? This is all just alleged. We don't know. We have utterly no idea. But Jonathan Majors has been arrested in New York for allegedly assaulting a woman. Beat her, basically. Strangulation, things like this. Pretty rough. Minor injuries to the head, neck. So, it's not great. She's been removed from hospital in a stable condition. And also got to stress is that Jonathan Majors, through his attorney, has said he looks forward to clearing his name. So we'll dive into this, but then of course, just remember, this is the wider sort of landscape for PR in terms of Marvel in general, right? They've got a lawsuit on their hands because they fired Victoria Alonso. Lucasfilm has a lawsuit on their hands because they fired what was the producer for The Acolyte. They're firing a whole bunch of other people. They've got to save 5.5 billion. It looks rough. They've just lost money on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Hasn't even broken even. So this is, they're up shit's creek, basically. It's a real bad look for Disney, Marvel in general. But again, I stress, remember, this is all alleged. So let's dive into this. This happened yesterday. Late yesterday. But Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York City, March 25th, for allegedly assaulting a woman. Now, the Deputy Commissioner said a preliminary investigation determined that a 33-year-old male was involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female. So a preliminary investigation has determined that something has taken place. Interesting. Now the victim informed police she was assaulted. Officers placed the 33-year-old male into custody without incident. And the victim sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was removed to an area hospital in stable condition. So she's still in. Well, I'd imagine she's been removed from hospital. I think the interesting thing is that they have actually determined that there are injuries by the looks of it. So that's interesting, nonetheless. Now Jonathan Majors was obviously detained, but without incident, so he didn't put up a fight. He was just, no, sure, take me away. We'll clear all of this. And he was released as well, and he wore a cap saying freedom or something like that on it. Now, the charges against Creed 3 star include strangulation and harassment. It's pretty brutal if this is the case. Unfortunately, we live in a world where this will all be forgotten about in a week. Similarly to what happens with Ezra Miller. And there's obviously infinite amount of memes running around saying, quick, Jonathan, wear a dress. It'll all blow over if you just wear a dress, which is true. Like the situation with Ezra Miller blew over pretty quick, to be fair. And why is that? Well, we know why, don't we? Now, a representative for Majors told Deadline in a statement, he's done nothing wrong. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. You know what? Hopefully this is the case. I like Jonathan Majors as an actor. I think he's a good actor. I think he was good in Creed. Massive letdown in Ant-Man and the Wasp because he is such a good actor. You see him in other things, you're like, wow, what a great actor. You absolutely did not use him properly in this film. But this is surprising. And like I said, I hope he's done nothing wrong. And the reason why, one, you don't want people to actually do these things, right? Obviously not. That's not right. But you also don't want, you don't want people to go through this kind of harm. I would rather, and it sounds bizarre, but I would rather the woman have made this up than, a man be brutal towards women. Neither is right, but one is better, right? I'd rather women get outed than a man beating a woman. Let's put it that way. And the thing is, one thing to sort of clarify here is this guy is a big chap, right? He's built like a bodybuilder. You saw him in Creed. He's not built like a boxer. He's built like a bodybuilder. He's a big, strong guy. If he did strangle that girl, she'd have quite severe injuries. So I'm not trying to say or cast aspersions on anything, but he's a big chap. He could do some damage if he wanted to. So hopefully this isn't the case anyway. And as they say here, you know, Majors is one of the most sought after actors in the business today. He is. Marvel Studios has big plans for the actor to continue reprising his role as the villain Kang. I mean, he's central to Loki moving forwards. The series, he's central to the Phase 5 and Phase 6 moving forwards. You know, he's in the Kang Dynasty. That's going to be released 2 years from now, May 2nd, 2025. Majors recently was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And then earlier this week, it was announced that Searchlight had set the theatrical release date for Magazine Dreams, which is where Jonathan Majors plays a bodybuilder, an amateur bodybuilder, who struggles to find a human connection as he enters the world of celebrity and violence. Other actors in the film... So, anyway, it doesn't matter about the other actors. The point is, you know, this is a real bad week for Marvel. It is an awful week for Marvel. Awful month for Marvel. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is bombed. It's lost money. Millions of dollars. It's lost millions of dollars. And it's not because of Jonathan Majors. It's not his fault. It's because Marvel are just crap. But there's bigger things there. Bob Iger, Kevin Feige, Alan Bergman, they're going to be looking at this headline titles last night and today going, holy shit, how do we clear this up? How do we clear this up? It's not good. And the thing is they've got so many negative press recently. Again, like I say, you've got the lawsuit with Victoria Alonso. Serious consequences have been promised. Serious consequences. You've got another lawsuit with Lucasfilm cancelling stuff, Marvel delaying stuff. It's not good. It's really not good. Now, to sort of circle back around to Jonathan Majors overall, I hope he's done nothing wrong. I really sincerely hope that is the case. I don't want, headlines of men beating women. Obviously, it's not good. I don't want headlines of any forms of violence. It's brutal. It's not nice. So hopefully he's done nothing wrong. Hopefully it's just a woman scorned and things can be cleared up pretty quick. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Take care.